shake your pom poms. Shake, shake, shake. Kimberly F. Brown, she'll roll up on your hometown. She supports the good, but if you're doing wrong, you better watch yourself. If you're cruel and full of spite, she'll shut you down. One wrong step and it's to the ground. She don't play nice with clowns. Brown, 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 on Cleveland, she'll lift you up or tear you down, depending on what you got going on. That darn down brown, brown. She gets the folks in every way. Her light shines bright like midday. She hates the lies, she seeks the truth. She'll call you out and show the proof. She'll clean the streets, she'll get them right. She works all day, she works all night. She loves or hates based on your deeds. Don't cross her path, don't plant your weeds. Brown, 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 on Cleveland, she'll lift you up or tear you down, depending on what you got going on. That darn down brown, brown. Brown, brown, on Cleveland, she'll lift you up or tear you down, depending on what you got going on. That darn brown, brown. Shake your pom-poms. Shake, shake, shake your pom-poms.
Ooh, good evening, good evening, good evening. And of course, welcome to the Little Head Podcast. My name is Kimberly F. Brown. Brown, 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 that damn brown on Cleveland. And
Good evening, everybody. It is Freddie. And look, I was going to wait. I was trying to hold this in, but I had to show Miss Brown. I actually got some pom-poms. I actually got some
oh,
pom-poms. So, yeah, I'm
okay.
going to be shaking them tonight. But good evening, everybody. Happy hump day. Day before
Absolutely.
Friday Eve, all that good stuff. But
Very,
yeah,
very good.
good
All right,
evening.
let's get down because, Freddie, we got something serious that we need to address tonight. So let me get through the sponsors real quick. Don't forget that it's election time. We have a lot of people running. So if you're looking for t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, tumblers, mugs, team uniforms, please give Angie Marie a call. She has the best prices on the planet and she won't do you wrong. And on top of that, she's right here locally and you know what? She can turn your stuff around immediately. Angie Marie, that's the lady to go to. Her number is 216-395-7335. And if you're looking for meals for your campaign, maybe you're having a volunteers dinner or luncheon, please reach out to Rhonda Stubbs of Flavor Southern Cuisine Restaurant. She's located at 12540 Rockside Road. That's over in Garfield Heights, you guys, right? Her number is 216-510-0919. And if you own a daycare, whatever the case may be, and if you're looking for somebody to provide breakfast, lunch, and a healthy snack, Rhonda Stubbs is the person to go to, 216-510-0919. And of course, don't forget about Viva Mexican Grill and Neighborhood Cafe, which is located at 16941 Broadway in Maple Heights, Ohio. They have the best wings and walking tacos. I kid you not. Stop by and grab some great food and get a drink after work just to mellow your mood. Once again, that's Viva over in Maple Heights. Brown, 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 that damn brown on Cleveland. and I love our sponsors. Thank you. Mhm. So tonight, Freddie, is a very serious topic as far as I'm concerned. So I had to take some people out of their misery today and the early part of this week because of some comments that were made that don't work with a person like me. So tonight's topic is access denied. You know, boundaries matter. Every day we encounter people who feel entitled to invade our personal space. They got this thing called Facebook friends totally messed up. We're friends on Facebook, but in reality, shit, we ain't friends. Don't ever get that thing confused. Now, these interactions with other people that you really don't know can be uncomfortable and unsettling. Strangers make wild accusations without knowing the facts, trying to create a narrative that distorts the truth. And it's alarming how easily they step in trying to manipulate our opinions or trying to get us to change our opinions using targeted methods. Now, as a reporter that I am, I've experienced this firsthand, especially recently. Some people quietly attempt to undermine me, but it ain't gonna work. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. I wrote the truth, the whole truth, ain't nothing but the truth. So help me God. So really, I can conclude that and say, kiss my, but I'm not going to do the Steve Harvey move tonight, but I can. Tonight, it's about access denied. Access denied. There are times in your life where you got to remove people, not temporarily, but period, forevermore. Brown on Cleveland.
I had to mute myself because my dogs are in here. Um, Absolutely. And I think that's just over life and lived experiences and whatever it may be that people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And whatever the reasons may be, hopefully you learn the lessons of that. And if it's just for that season, then whatever that season and purpose was there to serve you for, then that's what it is. But you definitely have to learn when familiar becoming familiar with something and understanding the toxicity of it at the same time and being able to walk away from it. So boundaries are absolutely in this moment in time that you're framing boundaries in, it's a must because there seems to be no boundaries amongst anything from point A to point B to all the way to A to Z. There just seems to be no boundaries. And yeah, where do we go to get back to that? I don't know. So maybe that's what the discussion is framed around tonight in regards to boundaries. What are your boundaries in whatever perspective? Feel personal, professional. There should be boundaries at every aspect of your life. So yeah.
Here's my thing. I would never walk next door to my neighbor's home, and I have great neighbors. I would never go into my neighbor's home and tell her how to run her home. My neighbor is a nurse. I can never go to my neighbor's job and she's a nurse and tell the nurse how to do her job. I would be totally out of line. On top of that, totally disrespectful. So let me tell you what happened this week, real quick. So I'm talking to an individual and he makes a comment, and this is probably something he was already thinking because last week I told people about these guys, these boys. I'm not going to call them men, I'm just going to say males Pull your skirt down. Quit acting like a female. Stop acting like you're on your menstrual. Stop gossiping. You run your damn mouth. Yes, men, you run your mouth more than women. And they talk about women. Sometimes you got to shut the F up, especially if you don't know what you're talking about. So the guy says to me, remember, we're talking about the young man who got appointed to Maple Heights. I'm trying to leave that story alone. I investigated that story. I did my research on that story. I have a person I paid to do research. All the boxes were checked. And that's what I'm going to do, even before I write a story, right? He made allegations talking about, I said the young man had felonies. That is a goddamn lie. Kim Brown has never said that. Kim Brown has always said the young man had bench warrants, and that's true. He didn't have one, he had two. He had it in Mahoney County and he had Lake County. All you got to do, if I'm lying, and I'm not, go to the courts and pull up the records. It's public records, right? So then when I told him he was a lie, he gonna say, you said it on your podcast. You are a goddamn lie. I never said that. I'm not gonna put an untruth out there about anybody. And then what he says, rather than apologize, Freddie, because now he's acting like a boy. I don't give a damn whose husband he is. He's gonna say, well, I don't listen to your podcast anyway. Wait a minute, hold up. What you say, Spanky? So if you never read the book, how can you summarize the book, or how can you talk about a book that you have never read? That makes you dumb. It also makes you a gossiper. It also makes you a punk. It also makes me say, pull your skirt down, right? Pull it down. But then I kind of felt like this. That's not an isolated incident. That's something that you had already been thinking. So all the while, I'm thinking you're a supporter. No, you're a backdoor hater. Access now, Freddie, is denied. So I took him out his misery, him and some other gossipers. So what I did, I got to one of my corporate facilities, because you don't know me. See, I'm that woman with that MPA and honors. See, I'm that person. I'm that person who has made history across this here United States of America. I'm that person who have stood up for people who could not stand up for themselves. I'm that person. I'm the person who has receipts regarding sweat equity. You don't know me. But here's the thing, Freddie. I always say this. If you mind my business, I'm damn sure gonna mind yours. So while he out here talking about you ain't tell the truth, I did. He needs to be concerned about what they said about him in the community, because he don't want me to say what people have told me about him. And the reality is this. This is how dumb he is. And since I have relieved him of his misery because I blocked him from the page, he don't listen no way, right? So let me make it easier for you, because you're probably in pain and agony. I just made it easy, right? I made it very easy. You ain't got access to me anymore. And if I see you at the store, keep it moving. Because what block means is this. If I don't deal with you on Facebook, I'm damn sure not going to deal with you in the community. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You so worried about this young man who took the oath of office, knowing damn well he had open bench warrants. The law says, dummy, the Ohio Revised Code said that when he had them bench warrants open and he was over there in the city of Maple Heights, and if the police knew, the police were supposed to arrest him because that was the judge's order. And that didn't come from Kimberly Brown. That is the law. And this is what happens when you give access to people who can't think, who can't read, who can't write. Education matters. Access denied is now granted. Brown on Cleveland.
It's funny for you to mention education matters. Unfortunately, well, again, my opinion, We live in a dumbed down society that has been dumbed down over years, not just today, yesterday. This has been a dumbing down of America and this microwave America that we live in of instant gratification. Um, and then we speak, and then the person that's stating that whomever he is, I don't know who he is, that's stating you said he had a felony or whatever the case may be. Now you're conflating the issue
Mm-hmm.
so that we're not talking about the issue. So now we're trying to have a whole conversation about something I did not say, and it's still irrelevant to the point of the fact of what I did say. And that is an intentional method of distracting and throwing you off the message of what you
Mm-hmm.
try to convey. And again, I don't know who he is, but like you said, it's like a bitch move. It's like, you know, you moving in a certain way, you're trying to distract and deflect from what I actually spoke.
Well, here's the thing. Freddie, something went wrong with her computer, and she'll be coming back on any moment now. The whole concept and the whole topic was about traffic. The whole concept was about traffic laws. And some people will try to minimize traffic laws. Traffic laws are vital. If traffic laws were not vital, there would not be pages and pages and pages regarding traffic violations in the O, the R, and the C. And for those of you guys who are a little slow, it stands for the Ohio Revised Code. So if you cannot abide by the O, the R, and the C, and you are an appointed official or an elected official, you have no business taking the oath of office. Every year, Freddie, 1.19 million people lose their lives because of traffic incidents. And if you think I'm lying, all you got to do is Google it. See, one thing about the society we live in today, before you say somebody is lying, you don't even have to go to an institution. All you got to do, dum dums, is go to their website, put their name in, right? Read the docket, look at the dispositions. That's all you got to do. Look at the fines, look at the court order, look at the comments from the judges, the magistrate, and you'll realize I didn't tell a lie about anything. But it's the mere fact. And like you said, it was a bitch move. Because here's the thing, it trips me out. This dude is so concerned about this issue. We're done with this issue. I'm a reporter. That's my job. Oh, and by the way, I am assigned to Garfield Heights as a reporter. I'm going to do my damn job. I'm assigned to Maple Heights. I'm going to do my damn job. I'm assigned to Warrensville Heights. I'm going to do my damn job. I am assigned to parts of Cleveland and Highland Hills, right? I'm going to do my job. And nobody in the community is going to tell Kimberly Brown as a reporter how to do her job. Nobody. So the mere fact that you got the mitigated gall to try to have a conversation to me about my job, you overstepped your boundaries. And then when you found out you was wrong, you gonna run. No, don't run. Don't run. It's too hot in the kitchen, right? But remember, you started this conversation and then you gonna run. But here's what that told me. That told me that y'all somewhere talking about me in private. And I done told you, if you talk about me in private, it's only fair. I talk about you in public. But you need to be concerned about what them people told me about you. And the only reason why I'm not going to spill the tea is because you're not an elected official. But you worried about the wrong thing. So people keep asking me, Freddie, this. Why do you keep talking about Maple Heights? Well, let me tell y'all something why. Because they do dumb shit. That's why. And because they do dumb shit in Maple Heights, from the mayor on down to every single council person, and probably now the council president, As long as y'all do dumb shit, Kimberly Brown is going to write about your dumb shit. You know why? Because the public has a right to know. So if you want Kimberly Brown to go, stop doing dumb shit. Stop. But they so accustomed to do dumb shit because that's their makeup. That's why Kimberly Brown report the news. Mind your business. This is my job. I don't come to your job telling you how to do it. Brown on Cleveland. Access now denied. So if they want to listen now, they can go to my YouTube channel. Let them look there. No more contact with Kimberly Brown. And like you said, listen, I dealt with you for a minute. My job is over. Ain't no more communication. I'm a fair reporter. I don't care if I supported you yesterday. If you do dumb shit today, I'm going to report your dumb ass today. Brown on Cleveland. Mind your business. Access denied. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with that, and learning those boundaries and the hypocrisy of the double standard is like there's a difference in being loyal and then me turning a blind eye to what's right or what's wrong. And you can't be mad when the light is shined upon you, because you should also take it as an opportunity to be pushed to do better. Like, don't look at me as the enemy. Look at me as someone that is going to force you, because I'm putting it in that public realm to make you do better, to make you be the person that you started to be when you stated you wanted to get into this realm of public service or whatever office you may hold. But if you hold any type of office that is paid for by the tax dollars, there is a level of accountability that goes with that. There is, and the thing about, unfortunately, with our community and elected officials, they live for the I just need enough to win.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough to make a difference, enough to win. I need you to be able to make a difference. If you win, I need you to be able to push the envelope even further. And in this day and age, I don't know. It's just like this. I don't know. It's like we so reversed in our thinking, our critical thinking skills, and nobody wants to be challenged. And then you're offended when someone challenges you on the truth,
The
because
truth.
we live in this world. Well, I don't want to accept your facts. The facts that what I believe, even though your facts don't hold water, I'm gonna hold on to my alternative facts. So,
Your delusional disposition. D&D. And I told a group of seniors today, I was a guest speaker at an event this afternoon, and I keep asking people, what would Martin Luther King say? Because see, a lot of you guys celebrated his birthday. And what would he say about how you carry yourself today? He said on the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And you got nerves to go out there and shake your pom poms for a man who got killed at the age of 39 years old, and look at your behavior today. Did he die for nothing? Or did he die for something?
and they choose to compartmentalize who Martin Luther King Jr. was, because in his journey of this movement, again, like you said, to think of how old he was. You got men that can't even measure up to that, to what this man was doing at this age in his life, when he could have been anywhere else but you here. He could have chose anything else but he here. Because when it's within your spirit, when it runs within the core of you, to know that no matter if I'm able to climb out of this darkness that my people is in, I can't rest because I know they still down there. We have somehow lost that I can't rest because the rest of my people still down there suffering. And to understand Martin Luther King may have started with this naiveness and this innocence of um, nonviolence. And I'm not saying he switched his tunes on that, but he truly evolved to understanding the absolute worst and ugliness of this country and spoke out against it. And you see the beautiful speeches, but he broke it all the way down. And they choose to continue to try to, they don't want you to know this. And then, like I tell people, it's one thing about the systemic things that keep you from knowledge and try to erase your history, but within our own culture, it's our own, we it's self-inflicted. Like the ignorance is self-inflicted at this point. Who are you blaming for you not knowing your own history? Ain't nobody telling you it's illegal to read. Ain't nobody telling you it's illegal to research. Ain't nobody telling you it's this. And because you have this, and you can look up every other idiotic thing on there, you choose to not look for truth, and you choose to want to find what makes you feel comfortable. And that goes back to the comfortability of the toxicity that you used to, because it feeds your narrative, doesn't make it right. So again, people need to really like, and on so many levels, like every week is something different that we choose to hang our hats on and argue about and judge each other on. And like, are you serious? Do you?
The reality is this: if you are a public official, an elected official, you live a public life. Voters, constituents, business owners, stakeholders, they have a right to know. If you want to keep your life private, then do not become a public official. You take an oath of office, you put your hand on that Bible, and you swear to abide by the United States Constitution, the state constitution, the city charter, and city ordinances. Traffic is under the Ohio Revised Code. It can be under any state code. It is the law. You don't get to make your own narrative and then come to a reporter, especially not an investigative reporter like a Kimberly Brown, and say, but you lied though. No, Kimberly Brown did not lie. And I'm not going to let you leave that out there like that. That was very offensive, and I don't like it. And I make very clear, when I made a mistake the other day, I apologize, because that's what we do. But you can go to any news story. You've never seen what he accused me of, never seen the term felon or felony. What I did say was this: I said, the city of Cleveland, we have people on Cleveland City Council who has a felony, and that we do. I didn't mention the person's name. I said, on our judicial bench, we have somebody with a felony. I didn't mention the person's name. That's what I said. So for this guy to say, I said something else, first of all, you admitted you don't even listen to the podcast, which simply means that is a bitch move. That means you just told me that you're one of them guys who like to gossip, cause chaos, conflict, and confusion. So when I thought that you were better than this, you proved to me that you are this. So because you are this, is now access denied. Period, point blank, ain't going back. A person like me, anybody who knows me, knows that Kim Brown, I don't hang in the streets. I'm a homebody. I handle my business. For 30 years, I've been a journalist. I'm also an engineer. I'm also an author of 4 books and 1 training manual. You don't know me. You played yourself trying to play me. And let me make it very clear, Freddie, access is denied. I just hired me an assistant. If I don't know you anyway, I will not be taking your calls. You can talk to her. And then if I think you are important now, she'll relay the message and I may call you back. Access denied. You're on this podcast. People think they know you because they see you. They don't know you. They just see you. They know nothing about you. Traffic laws, dum-dums, are important. We're getting ready to live into, if we're not already, in a lawless society. Where's the social contract? So let me break that down to you. That's when the citizens and the government, we have this social contract that says, you will protect and serve, and we will be obedient. We're no longer there. But you celebrated King's birthday. I watched Shirley Chisholm, again, the movie on Netflix on Monday. And Shirley said this. She says, everybody was calling her crazy because she wanted to be president. Everybody, they call me crazy. But the stuff I've done in this nation, you benefit from my craziness. So thank God I'm crazy. She says, well, remember they called Harriet crazy and she was a slave. But had it not been for Harriet, your asses would not be free. How many slaves did you free? Harriet said, hey, I don't know. Because I could have freed thousands more if they only knew they were slaves. She says, Rosa was a domestic. Rosa said, I ain't going to the back of the bus. Shit, my feet hurt. I worked all day. Right? Civil rights movement, boycott. Now, the first thing y'all do is go where? To the back of the bus when somebody paid the price so y'all can sit in front of the bus. Know your history. When you, Freddie, when they can go to white media, Channel 19, Channel 3, Channel 8, Channel 43, CNN, Fox News, when you can go to them, to one of their producers or one of their anchors or one of their reporters, and you tell them how to run their story, how to write their story, then you can come to this reporter here, Kimberly F. Brown. Don't come to me thinking I'm your friend, because I'm not. I'm a professional at what I do, and I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability. And if I make a mistake, I am so comfortable in myself, I don't mind correcting anything, because that's what good journalists do. But ain't nobody on the sound of my voice is going to tell me I lied about something. And you don't even listen. I lied about something. And you can't even read. I lied about something. And you don't even know what the hell you talking about. Access denied. I am not that one. I am not that one. Don't get my silence as an act of confusion. Don't think because I'm a woman and you're a male that you're going to come to me all willy-nilly. Because no, you either going to go to jail or hell. Brown on Cleveland, access denied. Let's wrap this up. And I tell anybody, don't let somebody cross their boundaries with you. Stand on the truth. Real leaders, Freddie, will stand on the truth, even if they have to stand alone. Brown on Cleveland.
Yeah, wow. Just even if they got to stand alone. And that kind of encapsulates what is wrong today. Nobody is willing to stand alone. They scared. They all talk the talk and they all puff their chest out. But excuse me. They're scared. Excuse me. Nobody has the courage to speak truth to power. Everybody's scared of either losing tax exempt statuses, losing money, losing clout. And when you say, if people think you're making a big deal about this young man and his violation of traffic laws, it's when you start to dismiss the small things that you allow the big things to be dismissed. When you say we're headed into a lawless society, if we're not, we are there. We are there. And people that say what they would have did in King's era, or you ain't doing nothing now. What you doing right now is what you would have been doing then, sitting on the sidelines, letting this young man sacrifice himself, his body, his spirit, his soul, for you to be as ignorant as you are today, and proudly ignorant with it because of greed. And like they say, you can't take no money to the grave. What you gonna do with it? So yeah, we already in a very lost, dumbed down, divided society. And I think it is unnecessary, unfortunately, for the United States to humble itself, because we are living in this ignorant bliss, and it's coming home to roost
On purposely.
on
On
purpose.
purpose.
On purpose.
Consciously.
Yep.
So here's what I decided. This is my resolve, my resolution. So before anybody can come before Kimberly Brown or come in the hut or even talk to me about getting my support, they got to come with a complete background check. You got to now. Because if it does not pass the Little Hut smell test, ain't no need. Come correct or don't come at all. New policy in place, come with your background check. Because if I got to check you, you're not going to like it. And I don't care anything about the distractors or the agitators. Brown on Cleveland. Let's get out of here, Freddie.
All right. All right. Till next time, live, love, laugh, and try to make a difference along the way. I told Kim I got my pom-poms, I'm going to shake them. We're going to keep shaking them every week until you get the message. Till next time, people, have a great day. Make a difference along the way.
And of course, as always, again, if you talk about me in private, you know damn well I'm going to talk about you in public. If you mind my business, it's only fair that I mind yours. Right?
Leave it alone. Leave Miss Brown alone, Lord. Leave it alone.
Say what you want to say, because I didn't come here to play. Brown, 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 that damn brown on Cleveland. Freddie, are you ready to get out of here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Shake your pom-poms, shake your pom-poms. Darn it, Freddie. Let's just shake our
your pom-poms.
pom-poms.
Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah.
Kimberly F. Brown, she'll roll up on your hometown. She supports the good, but if you're doing wrong, you better watch yourself. If you're cruel and full of spite, she'll shut you down. One wrong step and it's to the ground. She don't play nice with clowns. Brown, brown, brown. Oh, Cleveland, she'll lift you up or tear you down, depending on what you got going on. That darn John Brown. She helps the folks in every way. Her light shines bright like midday. She hates the lies, she seeks the truth. She'll call you out and show the proof. She'll clean the streets, she'll get pom pom.